Hey guys, just letting you know, if you like this podcast and want to hear more of it, head on over to our SoundCloud page, man, where you can hear the full unedited show. Along with our regular weekly uploads, we'll be producing new exclusive content only on SoundCloud. So help support our shows, take us on the go, and follow us at soundcloud.com/hybridnetworkyt. And now, let's hand it off to the Super Friends. Take it away, guys. What's up, guys? We're back with another episode of Super Friends. I believe this is episode 38.
Oh, wow.
And we have a pretty good cast, actually, tonight. We have Mckinnley, as always.
What's up?
We have CJ, the regular co-host.
How's it going?
And we have special guests tonight for the first time ever on a podcast.
Never before
He
seen.
does some videos for us, but we have Tim with us.
Oh, my goodness.
Yep, first time ever.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, who are you?
Yeah, what do you do? Like, what?
I'm Tim. I do reviews, I do spotlights, I do MCU videos, which is why I'm here on the Super Friends.
Do you
Wait,
now?
he's on the channel?
Do you really?
What?
I'm fairly confident I do.
What have I been
I get
doing
it.
the last 6 months? Or longer, potentially. And wait, did
Yeah,
I hear
so,
Nick right? Am I a co-host now?
Well, I mean, yeah.
Am I Kelly or am I Michael? It depends. Do you want to be
Neither.
Michael? I'll be Kelly.
No, I'm the regular Marvelite co-host.
You're the
I like how I've been on like every episode now.
That's true. You have been on, low key. You've been on like
I
literally
thought you were on
every
the Nick
episode.
solo podcast, the inner monologue.
Yeah, I have a solo podcast in the works.
It's just Hello Darkness and the Sound of Silence on repeat.
Yeah, but like going back to the whole Rebirth thing, I guess that's kind of the first topic. We're gonna talk about the comic itself, like what happened and what we thought of it, and kind of speculating too on like what's next. I mean, the actual one-shots start next week, so we're gonna see more of that world like post the one-shot. So I don't know, what do you guys think of the book, like just overall like first impressions?
I'll go last.
I guess I'll go first. I thought the book was it was overall fine. Like, probably the big problem, and probably the only time I've ever thought this, was the leak kind of ruined like all the stuff that happened in it. Like, there was one scene at the end between Barry and Wally that I felt legitimately hit home, but everything else they had already been leaked before, so it didn't help the book that much reading through it because there wasn't much else besides that.
Yeah, man, that scene with Barry and Wally really, like, I've never been like a huge Flash fan, but like even that like hit me in the feels. I was like, ugh. And I really liked how it was like centered around Wally, and I thought that was a pretty clever like framing device for the story, like just using Wally trying to break through the Speed Force to trying to break back in and nobody remembering him, and he's kind of showing you everything that. Well, he's kind of taking you around to all, like, I guess, the key places or some of the more interesting places, and then popping back out of reality.
Yeah, it was a good way of tying in all the individual scenes and plot points together by having Wally jumping between them.
Yeah, exactly. I thought that was really, really clever, and then, of course, when he finally shows up, that's really, really great, too. It's just a wonderful scene with him and Barry. And especially, like, the saddest thing was it's like that comes directly on the heels of... like the scene with Linda, it was really, really sad. It was like,
that was another one. Yeah, actually, that one wasn't spoiled. That hit home.
Exactly. Yeah, that's the thing is I don't know. Like in this business, like I've been doing the whole YouTube thing long enough now that like spoilers are just a part of life for me. And it's like I could go to lengths to avoid it, but ultimately at the end of the day, for a lot of things, like I don't think it's worth it. But
usually I'm fine with spoilers. Just in this case, aside from those two scenes, there wasn't really much else to the comic besides the spoiler images.
I mean, it was really funny is like the spoilers that came out were they kind of reached a little bit beyond what happened in this issue. Strangely, so we'll see what happens there. But
Yeah.
kind of left me wondering where the comic is going to go next. Like because. We did that Dr. Manhattan bio this week for a reason. I'll say that. And Dr. Manhattan was not in the issue. A little bit of a miscalculation
I think his hand
on our
was.
parts, but got to reread Watchmen, which is always fun. So,
Yeah, what did Luke think?
Luke,
he said he liked it.
Yeah, he
he said he liked it.
He liked it from what I can remember. I think that's weirdly, like there's some division, but unlike a lot of recent comic events, which have been pretty much like for all the fans of the DC comics that I know, like pretty overwhelmingly negative in the past. Like this one seems to be like some divided saying like, what does it really change? Is it really necessary? And then like a lot of people saying, yes, this is it. Thank you. And I kind of fall back into that latter spectrum. This is great so far. We'll see if it keeps up and if they're gonna just relaunch the whole thing next year. But it's great so far.
Like Marvel?
Like Marvel. Literally, like doing that news video today, I was like, so okay, DC had the New 52, then they had the DCU, and now they've got Rebirth less than a year later. And I was like, Marvel, Jesus Christ. Marvel now, all new Marvel now, Avengers now, all new, all different Marvel, and then now, Marvel down once again.
Marvel Nower.
New Marvel now. Now Marvel now. More like Serenity now.
See, that was
Now,
so
now,
bad.
now.
I thought they were still on Marvel now. I didn't know that other stuff happened.
I'll give someone a cookie if they get the Serenity Now reference, but not you guys in the comments.
Wasn't like DCU and like Rebirth just they weren't like reboots?
No, they were really, and it was funny.
They were both pitched as so.
Well, they're not really reboots. They were just sort of like jumping on points.
Yeah, DCU came out of Convergence and kind of was like a reshuffling of the deck almost, because Convergence didn't really change too much, even though it was kind of not like necessarily billed as the Secret Wars, but I think the explanation or the expectation was that it was kind of going to be DC's Secret Wars, but it really didn't end up that way. So it was kind of just
Convergence retcon Crisis, the old one though.
That's true. So I mean, I think that might be, you could potentially consider that a little bit of a reboot, but it might fall under relaunch territory. Really, the launch of All New, All Different after Secret Wars is really like the only really like hard reboot other than New 52 that I can really, really remember in recent comics history.
It wasn't even really a reboot because most of the stories picked up exactly where they left
and
off.
It was kind of undercut. Like it shot itself in the foot by Secret War by pretty much starting before Secret Wars ended.
Yeah.
So Mckinnley, what did you think of Rebirth Special #1?
Yeah, go ahead.
It was well written. There, just like y'all said, I really liked the Wally stuff. I thought that was cool how they also switched the art subtly with the chapters and the naming of the chapters. I thought that was pretty cool. And definitely a lot of fan service with the whole Oliver, Canary, rekindling the relationship between Aquaman and Mera. But really, I was disappointed only in the fact that they retconned some things that I really liked. And to me, at least I could be mistaken, I thought they were pitching this like it's a reboot. To me, I don't think it's happening at all. I think this is going to be DC's, what did you call it, CJ, that Marvel does? Their
relaunch?
Relaunch.
Their relaunch. That's what this is to me.
New status quos, guys. New status blockbuster titles.
Well, to be fair, DC has always hated the word reboot.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're right. They love Crisis.
Because it's, reboots are scary. Like, you get a lot of people going in that think, like, oh my god, my favorite characters are never going to be the same again. And relaunch is like, well, we're just kind of like doing a little body work, just detailing a little bit. It's going to be the same old character, just shinier, except for Captain America. Jesus Christ.
So I guess any final thoughts on Rebirth, and did this one shot make you excited for the future?
I'll jump in. I'll be like 100% truthful. I was not excited about Rebirth at all going into it. I just wasn't. I kind of was like, what else are you going to do? What else are you going to show me? Once again, kind of like what I do with every relaunch. Like, really, is this necessary? Why now? Etc. Etc. And honestly, it got me. I'm buying in, hook, line, and sinker. I am whole hog in. I don't think I'll be reading every #1, but for the ones that I'm really interested in, I will definitely be following it. So it has sold me. There you go.
For me, I'd probably say I was going to be into it regardless because I was just happy to be getting a book with the original Titans back together, and the Teen Titans book looked fun anyway. But I think that the stuff they set up here keeps me interested in where it's going to go forward beyond just getting those 2 books.
Mckinnley, any thoughts? Any final thoughts?
Kind of like CJ, wasn't interested at first, And after reading like some things, how Jeff Johns explained what Rebirth was going to be, about how it's going to be similar to like Green Lantern and Flash Rebirth, how it's not.
I thought you were hyped for it.
At Rebirth?
Yeah, I thought you were.
I was hyped for some books. I wasn't hyped about the event.
Oh, you were hyped. You're like, man, I can't wait for Rebirth.
Totally. I was so hyped. I was, I was like, yo, bring it to me now.
Yeah, and Luke was too. Remember?
Luke. I guess I need to go back and listen to our own podcast. But basically, how I felt after reading that is I'm definitely intrigued. I'm still iffy, but I'm definitely interested. I'm not disinterested.
Yeah, for me, like, there's certain books, like, obviously I'm going to avoid, like, the, Green Lantern stuff, because that's probably just going to be awful. Just because Sam Humphries and Rob Venditti, I mean, they're just, I don't know why they keep them, like, Rob Venditti on Green Lantern. And plus Justice League, I don't have any interest in. Tony Daniel, Brian Hicks, nope. But Batman looks pretty interesting, and the new Superman stuff, too.
Yeah.
Like, the storyline.
Mm.
But yeah, I don't know. For me, I like the Rebirth one shot. Like, got me hyped though. Like, it was a good read and stuff. So I'm definitely in it. It was.
I mean, it read very well. I think that's the best. Like, that's not even really the best thing that can be said for it, because it set up, I think, the next several issues at least very, very well. But it did read like really, really well.
Yeah, I actually might check out Green Arrow and Aquaman too, just based off this preview, I guess.
Yeah. That I might check out Green Arrow based on what they showed there, and I'm kind of interested in where they're going, because they seem to be reintroducing Jackson Hyde as Aqualad in this.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, when they first said his name, I thought they were going to be going the route of bringing in TV show Firestorm into the universe, but then they showed all the fish stuff, so seems that they're bringing back that character.
Who, Jefferson Jackson?
Yep.
I think it's Jackson Jefferson.
Oh, is it? I don't.
No, it's Jefferson Jackson.
Oh, it's the other way around, because they call him Jack. That's why I get confused with it.
It's kind of like Mortal
I don't know
Kombat.
What they call him.
Jackson Briggs.
Jefferson Jackson.
I just call him Firestorm. I like him though. He's a really. I like that guy. I really call him by his acting. Friends, drama.
I really wanted to get Luke's thoughts on this podcast though. It kind of sucks that like
somebody message him and we'll get back to him by the end.
So that wraps up the show. This was 38. We're almost at the 40. Almost at the 40 episode mark. So that's pretty cool.
It's pretty tight.
Are we still teasing the whole Crisis thing for episode 52? Or is that...
we're gonna get to like episode 52. I thought we were just doing 50. Then I guess we're gonna get to episode 51 and then just stop for like a month, or we'll just take weeks off here and there. We need to decide about that, but we'll figure it out.
We'll have a relaunch.
Yeah, our own relaunch. Hybrid Network.
No.
Superfriends Rebirth.
No, but
Yeah,
if we did
Marvel
take a
Light.
break after 51, we could just explain it that we vanished in Crisis.
There you go. We'll just release a teaser video for like 4 weeks.
That reminds me of the
vanished in
Illuminati
Crisis.
thing. Like, whatever happened with that?
Which one?
The Illuminati.
Oh man, that vanished in Crisis.
For good.
Secret Wars never ended. We're all in the Secret
Amalgam
Wars.
Comics disappeared.
Dr. Manhattan took Illuminati away.
We're gonna come back in 10 years. 9
No,
years.
you
now,
guys,
get
no,
hyped.
you guys are still at war with each other.
Well, I'm not. We're not at war with anyone. Let's just say that much. We're the X-Men in all this. I guess there's still a low key war going on.
No, don't be the X-Men. You're gonna get retconned.
No,
True.
be the thing. Be the thing in Canada.
Go to
He went
France.
to France. We'll go to France.
Whatever, wherever.
Oh my goodness, that's just.
Leave America.
But yeah, R.I.P.
Yeah,
Illuminati.
that wraps up the episode though. So don't forget to subscribe on YouTube and SoundCloud too. Follow us on SoundCloud so you can get the full episode, and also leave viewer questions, whether it be on the SoundCloud link or the YouTube link. We can find them either way if you use the hashtag. Yeah, that wraps it up. So signing off for everyone. We will see you guys next episode.
See ya.
Later.
Peace.